It's your boy DJ Wolf here again. There's something on my mind here. I was thinking, I was listening to a satellite broadcast, one of my favorite shows, and they were talking about the variety show. When I was a kid, I'm a child of, I grew up as a young child of the 1960s. And eventually became a, preteen in the 70s. And between the mid 60s all the way up to probably about the late 70s, there used to be a plethora of variety shows on television. I just hadn't bringing it up. It just had to dawn on my mind because I grew up during that era where the variety musical shows were big. Now, I wasn't into a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie. Very few I was into. Maybe like Sonny and Cher or the Jackson Show. That was it. That's pretty much the only two I think that I actually watched. Maybe Dean Martin, something like that. But that's pretty much it. That was pretty much, or Hollywood Palace. Those were mainly the main four I ever really watched. Truthfully. Oh, okay. Let me confess. I watched Hee Haw with my mother and grandmother because if I tried to watch something like Star Trek or Space 1999, which were really cool shows at the time, they would have a conniption. Don't you turn it from that Grand Ole Opry. Nah, we talking about black women now. Anyway, so here's my thing. In general, variety shows, it was about variety. It was about talent, real talent. If it wasn't for a little variety show called the Ed Sullivan Show, the Bills probably wouldn't be. Well, they probably would be, but they got a worldwide exposure because of that little show called the Ed Sullivan Show, which actually made household names out of several entertainers and singers during its heyday on television. And I noticed now, somebody was saying, could they bring back the variety show today? Well, you got America's Got Talent. That is the one show I can honestly say you could probably pull it off. That's a show I could definitely keep watching for years and years to come. I didn't watch. I skipped it this year. I watched the last 3-4 seasons when Howard Stern was on there. It was very entertaining. It's still an entertaining show. I just hadn't got into it this past year. Maybe I'll catch it this season. I don't know. But that would be the extent of what the variety show is. If you ever want to know what the variety shows were like of the at least from my era, the 1960s all the way up to about the late 70s, that's what the variety shows were like. Very much like AGT. But that's the extent of it. Beyond that, the talent pool in terms of music genres, as far as I'm concerned, some of them are not really there anymore to me. I'm not talking about the acts that are out now. I'm talking about the major recording acts. Because I noticed on AGT there were several acts, and some of those genres of music are not as popular as they used to be. Like rock, pop, like that. Like rock. Like rock is not a big popular genre anymore. It used to be very popular back in the day. It ain't no more. And I kind of happen to like rock because certain songs have certain meanings to me. So, God, these lights, man. Boy, I tell you. But it was just dawning on me, man. And like I was thinking before, the music and the acts that was out there now aren't what they used to be to me. It's just, I don't know. I'm very particular about the music I listen to. That's why I'll listen to probably 85 to 95% of the music I listen to, for me, is old school. I can eat, sleep, breathe old school all day. Been doing it for most of my life and will continue to do so. Hip-hop depends on the artist. Some are good. For me personally, most are not that good. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Because there's too many of them trying to do like the other, and then one of them try to outdo the other, and some of them go from bad to worse. And I'm being serious about that. There's a list of, my son and I was just talking about that a couple of weeks ago. There was a video out that was on Facebook. I don't know if it was on YouTube, but I know on Facebook where there were 5 supposedly of the newest, hottest rappers. They're a young bunch. I think they're probably anywhere between 17, probably 25 years, 22 years old, something like that. I'm not going to lie to you. They all suck. I'm not going to name any names. I couldn't even remember the names if I could right now. But they were terrible. They were some of the worst rappers I think I've heard in hell. Biz Markie could out-rap them. Let's put it like that. These guys were terrible. But I wouldn't put the names on anyway. They were so bad. But on the second token, I can't remember any of the names anyway, because that's how bad they were. They were that bad. Believe me, I'm only remembering names that I'm going, what is with this traffic tonight? This traffic is terrible. I've never seen this bad down here before. It is horrible tonight. Good Googa Moga. And people are... See, one of the things I really don't like about the DMV, there's things I do like about DMV, and there's things I don't like. One of the things I can't stand continuously is this traffic. This traffic is terrible. And with all this sprawl and crawl out here, man, and they building up different stuff, it's just like the traffic just gets worse. It's like, good Lord. You know? So, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy. It's usually busy for a Friday night. That's what shocked the hell out of me. But, wow. What the heck is going on here? It's, man. Anyway, I'm going to do a couple of special shows this weekend anyway. One of them is to celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm not going to go into the history. What I'm going to do is what are you going to do with the legacy that was bestowed on you, like President Obama did? You know, Dr. King's legacy bestowed President Obama led him to become the first black president ever in this country. That was historic, you know. That's one aspect of King's legacy. There's no doubt about that. I don't care what anybody say. But the legacy that Dr. King has bestowed upon my generation coming up as a young kid when he was around, and beyond me with other generations after me, the legacy needs to be, how can I put it? More, how can I put it? The legacy that's been bestowed upon the generations that are coming up and my generation on them need to really take advantage of what he was able to accomplish in his lifetime. In other words, if you have opportunities available to you as far as education, seize the moment. Seriously, seize the moment. There's a reason why why you have the opportunities you have today. Because of men like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who sacrificed his life for the freedom of others to be able to create their own legacies, to be able to flourish in society like everyone else when the opportunities were not there. All right. I wish I could talk more about it. I got to cut it short because this traffic is blowing me. That's DJ Wolf. I'll holler at you guys sometime.